What could this mean?
Today on Starfield Essentials, your weekly Starfield news report. In our first segment, new free POIs, add Vortex enemies outside Kavnyk system, what happens in Dazra, complete DarkStar paid creation pending, true achievements top 40 rankings are tough or our genre, my own Star Wars mod list. In our second segment, Acts of Friends integrated, replacing ammo type icons and labels with ammo HUD, Mass Effect armor in Starfield, launch character creator with clean save, another cool Star Trek build, and board and capture the Valentine. My name is Richard. Let's get started. New free POIs. New locations are one of my favorite additions to Starfield. Thanks to modder Fritz714, we have several new POIs to explore. 4 unique locations for Starfield is available on Nexus Mods. There is currently no creations release, but I have asked Fritz714 if he has plans to do so. This mod adds the following as of version 1.4. Ecliptic Training Barracks on Jaffa 3, Raven's Hallow on Alpha Marie 3D, UC Navy Research Installation on Eridani 2, and 1st Cavalry Stronghold on Rosselhag 2. I visited the 1st Cavalry Stronghold as shown in this footage, and I had a great time clearing out this POI. It seemed to work fine with my mod loadout, which includes Ganymede and Bedlam. Fritz714 plans to add quests to each location. If that is important to you, you might want to keep an eye on this mod and play it once the quests are ready. Personally, I'm fine with exploring on my own, and then revisiting with another character once quests are available. Thank you Fritz714 and all other modders for adding these POIs to Starfield. Next, add Vortex enemies outside Kavnyk system. One of my favorite aspects of the Shattered Space DLC was the Vortex horror enemies. Thanks to modder DJ Legends Prime, you can now encounter these adversaries outside the Kavnyk system and without starting the Shattered Space DLC. Integrated Enemies Vortex Phantoms is on Creations and Nexus Mods. The mod description says you can find these new enemy types in abandoned POIs throughout the settled systems. I was curious exactly where they might spawn. I fired up Xedit and found the location section of the ESM. You can see the set of abandoned locations listed. Remember that if you are using a mod like POI Cooldown, you may limit seeing these abandoned POIs. Only 2, Abandoned Shipping Depot and Abandoned Fuel Depot, are on the Integrated Enemies list and not currently on POI Cooldown. In my case, I was able to visit an abandoned shipping depot and find plenty of Vortex Phantoms there. While visiting, I was also able to take several Vortex Phantoms prisoner, and I added one as a companion. If you play on PC, I highly recommend trying Xedit to at least browse game and mod files. I greatly appreciate the developers of tools like Xedit for granting us access to the game on a technical level. You know who else I appreciate? My subscribers and channel members. Thank you to everyone who subscribed to this channel. Since last week, we continue to make great progress to the 5,000 subscriber level. If you're watching this video, there's a better than 50% chance that you are not subscribed. Please consider subscribing to show YouTube that you support positive and honest Starfield content. It's great to hear from so many of you in the comments that you are glad you found the channel. I'd like to offer special recognition to my 21 channel members seen here. If you'd like to know more about membership, click the join button on the channel. This will show you information on membership with no obligation. Anything you and YouTube gives me goes back into this channel, whether it's to buy hard drives for capturing footage or acquiring creations to review. And by the way, I made a $100 donation in the name of Starfield Essentials to the Make-A-Wish Foundation as support for their recent Nexus modding event. Thank you, everyone. Next, what happens in Dazra? Predator Sky IMX posted this video and I got permission to share it with you. It shows what happens if you fly into the Varun laser while it's operational. I guess this is a little bit of a spoiler, but it's worth it. Check this out. Oh my goodness. Well, by the way, my personal favorite flying craft is the S-47 Speeder, which is available on Creations and Nexus Mods. if you want to duplicate this heroic feat. Next, complete DarkStar paid creation pending. R.L. Parker, wow, say that from Boston, R.L. Parker from Wicked Gaming released a video showing his new DarkStar mod. DarkStar has been around since June 2024 in the form of manufacturing, aerospace, and other individual mods. I have not tried them because they are mostly a game overhaul, and I focus on enhancements to existing gameplay. The new content is a single unified mod that will integrate and augment earlier DarkStar content. It will focus on being a comprehensive game overhaul with a slew of cool innovations. R.L. Parker estimates that it will take several more weeks of development and then a couple weeks of review by Bethesda before we see it in their creation store. This will be a paid creation, but it is something I am looking forward to buying. Take a look at the video in the description for the whole preview and let me know what you think. Next, True Achievements Top 40 rankings are tough for our genre. Longtime channel viewers might remember that I used to post weekly True Achievements Top 40 game rankings. For the first time since I started tracking the rankings on 3 September 2023, none of my games are listed. Those games are Starfield, Cyberpunk 2077, Skyrim, Fallout 76, Fallout 4, Fallout 3, Baldur's Gate 3, No Man's Sky, and Star Wars Outlaws. As you can see, last week, Skyrim was the only title in the top 40, with a 39th place reappearance. The prior week, No Man's Sky popped in at 36 after months of not being listed. Previously, Cyberpunk 2077 and Skyrim were sticking around, with Cyberpunk a beneficiary of the latest updates. Starfield last appeared on 1 December 2024. From 3 September 2023 to 1 December 2024, Starfield was in every ranking for 68 weeks, except for 3 weeks in April 2024, when the Fallout TV show shifted player interest to Fallout 4, Fallout 76, and even Fallout 3. This beat every other game of its type, at least on Xbox. I hope Starfield makes a return appearance when its next update appears. If I were a Microsoft, Xbox, or Bethesda executive, this would be another sign to put Starfield on the PlayStation. It's time to increase the player base. On a short related note, some Redditors have once again been worrying about what they think are low player counts for Starfield on Steam, in addition to every other thing that they complain about. If we were to think of a comparatively successful game, the newest Indiana Jones game might come to mind. Let's compare Steam player counts for Starfield and Indiana Jones over the last 3 months. Your eyes are not deceiving you. Starfield is the blue line, and Indiana Jones is the green line. My own research shows that the console player base for Starfield is at least 5 times bigger than the PC player base. I imagine Indiana Jones is in a similar boat, and remember, it is not yet available on PlayStation either. I only mention Indiana Jones for comparison. I don't mean to throw shade on that game, or any other game. Play what you like. Next, my own Star Wars mod list. I have previously talked about the amazing Star Wars conversion kit called Star Wars Genesis. After trying the latest 7.2 version, I decided to go in a slightly different direction. I built my own, mostly working, version of the Star Wars Genesis 7.2 conversion kit, but I rebuilt it from zero using Vortex. Why? 2 reasons. First, I'm personally not a fan of Mod Organizer 2, or MO2. I know a lot of people swear by it, but I have an easier time with Vortex. Star Wars Genesis relies on MO2 and Wabbajack for setup. Second, although I am mightily impressed by all the amazing work that goes into Star Wars Genesis, there are certain design choices which are too different from Starfield for me. For example, I don't like the lighting in Star Wars Genesis. It's always too dark. I think I found out what was causing it, but I wasn't sure. Then there were tweaks made to other aspects of play. It got to be too much, again, for me. Rather than constantly trying to disable what I didn't like from the finished product, I decided to start from zero in Vortex and add in mods from the Star Wars Genesis playlist. The end result does not work as well as Star Wars Genesis. There's enough broken there to make me want to try the disable what I don't want approach with MO2 again. However, I had a really fun time with my own version, which includes mods that I add for regular play, like useful brigs, non-lethal framework, and so on. Let me know if you've tried Star Wars Genesis, and if you've tried making your own Star Wars conversion kit. Next, Acts of Friends Integrated. Recently, I've been using the Acts of Friends mod by Ghostwriter231 to add random NPCs to my party. I've also been using Multitool Acts by the same modder to interact with PCs. As of the latest version of Multitool Acts, you can find both capabilities in a single tool. Multitool Acts is available on Creations and Nexus Mods. Thank you, Ghostwriter231, for making this happen. I also apologize for calling you Ghostwriter123 in my previous video. Next, replacing ammo type icons and labels with Ammo HUD. For months, I have used the Ammo type icons and labels mod to add some information to the game HUD about what ammunition my weapons use. This mod was never updated beyond its September 2023 release. Recently, I came across a replacement called Ammo HUD, and I've replaced ammo type with the new mod. Ammo HUD is available on Creations and Nexus Mods. On Creations, you can download extensions individually, like this one for the Incapacificator 3000. Nexus Mods uses a menu to add specific patches when you install the main mod. I'm really pleased to find a solution that works both on PC and console, and is well maintained. Let me know if you use something like it, or if you use this mod. Next, Mass Effect armor in Starfield. In previous videos, I've shown my character trying different armor, such as a few options from the Halo franchise. Last week, I gave the Mass Effect N7 armor by Arrowcoth7323 a try. The Mass Effect N7 armor is on Nexus Mods, but not on Creations. Technically, I've played Mass Effect, but only for 18 minutes. Basically, I saw the game on sale for an outrageously low price, so I added it to my Steam library. I think this armor is pretty cool in Starfield though, so I equipped my character with it and gave a set to several NPCs in my party. I like that there are male and female versions available, and the physics appear solid. Do you have any alternate armor favorites? Let me know in a comment. Next, launch character creator with clean save. In a recent video, I mentioned this clean save on Nexus Mods, and I wondered how to change the character using a mod or console commands. In a comment, Jerry Henderson72 said I could use SLM14 to launch the character creator during gameplay. I tried it, and I was able to change my character. I think the new background of Bounty Hunter that I chose just got added to the existing Soldier background, as did the new skills associated with Bounty Hunter. Still, it's not a bad way to go if you need a clean vanilla save for testing, and you want to change up your character. Thanks, Jerry Henderson72, for the tip. Next, another cool Star Trek build. I saw another neat Star Trek build on Reddit that I thought you might enjoy seeing. This is by Frequent Pair 6794, and the ship is the USS Vengeance. I personally don't know anything about this. I think it was in the movie where they tried to reboot and put in Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan, and man, why'd they have to do that? I love Benedict, but come on, there's only one Khan. He tasks me, and I shall have him. Anyway, I thought this build was cool. And finally, board and capture the Valentine. I suppose some of you love the singing shanty guy who flies the Valentine, but I thought boarding his ship and taking it over was a fun way to test the latest versions of non-lethal framework and useful brigs. I also put the multi-tool axe to work by adding the UC captain to my NPC crew. What have you been doing in Starfield? Your insights make this channel a place for positive and honest discussion of this game. In addition to videos, I also post to the community tab for this channel on a daily basis. If you subscribe, you will see these posts in your YouTube feed. Also, check out our membership options. If you made it to this part of the video, please leave a comment with the phrase, "Be my Valentine." I know it's late, but I couldn't pass it up. Also, remember to ring the bell icon and select all notifications. Check out my other videos if you want to learn how to keep your ship by building it in the Creation Kit, or my thoughts on the game's 1-year anniversary. My name is Richard. I will see you in the Starfield.